a great one. Y'all going in there with them. Okay. They said you guys are going there. I have a huge family. I come from a huge family. I'm Native American and Black American. Uh, and we have like certain traditions that, my aunts and uncles are like my brothers and sisters. And so I have a very huge family, got a lot of cousins. And in those huge families, like I said, I come from, the Bible Belt South area, and there's different traditional ways and things that we experience in the South. And I think that there's a lot of taboo things that we don't talk about in a culture, and I believe those things that we don't talk about, it ends up hurting the community, ends up hurting the family, and I believe that I can use this vessel to be able to get maybe some people in my family and the stories of things that I've heard in my family, like alcohol abuse, neglect, even as far as extreme as molestations and things of that sort. I want to be able to open that wound up, and let's clean it out, and let's let it air out, and let's let it heal. And this is what the talent God gave me. He gave me the talent to be able to create and express myself through the various of arts. And I began in music, and now being able to put it in film and be visual with it is very visceral for me. And I think I'm in love with the fact that I'm going to be able to possibly change a few relationships for the better in my own personal family. Because like I said, all these characters that I have, I know each and every last one of them are a real person. Or at least maybe some characters are 2 or 3 persons mixed in one, but most of these characters are real people to me. Yeah, so it's going to have some Houston essence. So let's go to the beginning of this. So when I was casting, that was like my main thing. Because when I first was doing this, I was only going to shoot 1 or 2 scenes. That's it, just to be able to see what I could do, pitch it, and pilot. So I was only going to be maybe wrangling upwards to 5 different characters. So when I started casting, my requisites were very simple. It was like, I want them to be living within Houston, possibly know and understand the Houston culture, as far as everything, just Houston, the rodeos, the heat, the cold Februaries, and even the hip hop culture that has grown here. I wanted these cast members to kind of know that. So for me to be honest and say, will it be a Houston essence? I believe it will, because of the makeup of the cast. I believe it will because of the makeup of what my intentions and energy was. What I will say, because this is what I used to say as well when I did music, I'm going to let the people let me know. I'm going to let the people let me know if this is so Houston. Because I feel like you got to earn that so Houston. And I feel like the first time I'll get that random person that I don't even know that comes up to say, HOUWOOD, I know that I'm so Houston. And I know that I'm a be someone. And that's exactly what we got on our graffiti when you roll downtown, is be someone. And right now I'm trying to be someone. Act up, hold up, my
the key, a red SUV. The money's in a duffel bag in the back. I need you to take care of it. This cannot link back to me whatsoever. I'm told to take care of it. However, Ace, the air boy, he's gonna take care of it. He's the care boy.
Ace, as in
say less. The vibes are there. The vibes are definitely there. The vibes is just, it's got a really good vibe, because again, a lot of the resources and people that I got to tap into, if you want to just talk about like kind of the behind the scenes and the inner workings of production, going over to, One Sound Vibe and using a lot of their facilities and locations and the energy of what that place has been doing, within, 2021, 2022, it's a vibe here in Houston. Something is bubbling and been bubbling for a couple of years, but it's sizzling. It's coming over the top right now. We have so many different celebrities flocking here to Texas, flocking here to Houston. Some people are over in Austin going back and forth to Houston. There's an energy here, and I don't believe it has anything to do with what I wrote, how I wrote it. I believe it has to do with that there's a spiritual fire with creatives and entrepreneurials here in this city that is unheard of, unreal, and you feel it. The minute you walk outside, you feel it.
You gonna show me around my city.
Oh, this is my city.
Oh, it's your city.
My city, most definitely.
It is. Okay, we'll see about that.
And then I met you. I am just trying to save you from Victor's mess. Okay? But you know what? It's okay. After tonight, it won't matter anyway.
What? What won't matter?
Hey, I think Pimps. I don't know the verse. I can't quote the verse or anything like that. But I think Pimp C, Bun B in their songs, they say it because they usually are. Back then, were bucking against the East Coast rappers and West Coast rappers and Texas. These guys are country bumpkins, whatever, this and that. I get it. We got our longhorns down here. We got our trees and our big fields, our big backyards. But you can make a left turn and be in a totally different world, and you really don't want to be there. If you don't know who it is, you don't know. It's just like how you can be up in Brooklyn or the Bronx, or Lower East Side. You could be over in the Bottoms, or over in the Nickel, or you could be over in the Trey, or Sunnyside, or A-Leaf, the SWAT, Homestead on the north side, north side, and south side. You could be anywhere. So you could live in a nice area, and 2 blocks over, it's different territory. So it's really diverse here. It's a really big thing. And while we're talking on that, because this is in these first couple of episodes, there is a hip hop culture in HOUWOOD in these first episodes. And I made it on purpose to have a diverse group, different type of MCs. You got MCs that's got the traditional, pop the trunk. I'm selling you my CDs out my trunk. You got the MCs that resemble sounding like Nas or Jay-Z, like a East Coast kind of flow, but they still got this Texas deep South stories with that jazz and blues in it. You got Afro punk rock type of artists, you know what I'm saying? Kizzy and Double O and my man Big Benny or Josh Moore, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to really showcase the difference of those, and maybe just a little slap up to the East Coast and West Coast rappers. Like, we got stuff down here in Texas, and I know a lot of y'all know that too, but we want to showcase it a little bit more because we feel like there's only this one side of the hip hop culture that gets shown, because it is very glamorous and sexy to see the double cups and the sipping on the syrup and the elbows, rolling and swinging and stuff. We got those essences in HOUWOOD because we definitely want to introduce this to the outside world, because like I said, those of us that live in Houston, we're very, very privileged, because when we leave outside of Houston, there's no other place like this place. There's no other place the way it feels here. And it's so many different type of people, brown, black, everybody,
Okay, well, this is a multi-purpose space, which means we can rent out all of the rooms. There will be a lot of traffic coming in here, which means there will also be a lot of money coming in here.
Money. I love to hear about money.
Okay, so tell me what else is on your mind.
So this is what 300K.
So like I said, we got these 3 episodes coming. This is the pilot, run it, go hard or go home. And this is HOUWOOD. And we feel that we're coming to introduce these things, and we think you guys are going to be very surprised on the storylines and the connections of the relationships between these characters. That's going to feel very, very real. It's going to feel very down home and down to earth to you. It's not going to feel far away or anything like that. And I believe some of the twists and turns and surprises that we got coming, you know, when you get to episode 4, 5, and 6, is really these ultimate decisions that a lot of these key characters are going to have to make, that's going to change their lives, and also going to help you think and change maybe the way you see yourself. And hopefully there's some creatives or artists or people who are going through any kind of mental health things that can relate and see themselves through this storyline, and maybe be able to get some help or see something in this story that's comforting. And that's what we feel. I believe it's gonna pull that. And it's, you know, it's Houston, baby. It's HOUWOOD. We're gonna make it right. You know what I mean? We're gonna pop the trunk and we're gonna get it out, get it popping.